back at the scene, and she had the gangster lean in church. Now she had the gangster lean, okay? And that's fine, okay? Because we don't have to what's the word I want to say? We don't have to indulge in the gangster lean, okay? Hey y'all, hope y'all doing good. Hope you know that you are still loved. Welcome back. Never forget to shift your mind, your body, your spirit. Talk to God. He wants to hear from you. Like, comment, subscribe. I wanted to talk about the difference between operating in witchcraft and speaking witchcraft over people's life or over someone's life, because it seems like people don't know the difference, but at the same time witchcraft is a witchcraft and it's still against God, right? So I'm going to read from 1 Samuel 15:23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected thee from being king. Okay. So that speaks for itself right there. Rebellion is a sin of witchcraft. Anything against God is witchcraft. Period. So for me, operating in witchcraft would be, let's see, I'm trying to think of some examples, even personal examples. If God told you to do something and you didn't do it, that's rebellion. Operating witchcraft, right? Let's see, I'm trying to think of another one. If someone in the church is causing problems, right? And just running through that like a Tasmanian devil, and nothing is done to that person, you're operating in witchcraft. Like, why would you let somebody do that in God's house? That's witchcraft, and you're setting yourself up, especially if you're the pastor or bishop and ain't doing nothing about it. Now, speaking witchcraft over someone's life is different, but that's still rebellion. Witchcraft period is rebellion, but speaking something over someone's life and speaking witchcraft over someone's life, or let me go back to the example of operating in witchcraft. And this is a personal situation. Like, if God sent me to come do something, and actually it's both. Both is in here. If God sent me to come do something that you're against, that's operating in witchcraft. It don't matter if you know, if he came down and told you, or didn't tell you, excuse me. It don't matter if he didn't come down and tell you nothing. God don't always work like that. Heck, I don't even know how God works all the time. So, that's rebellion. That's operating in witchcraft. Because you're against what God sent me to do. And it's not even me that you're against. You're against God. If he sent me to come do something that I did for him, that is a rebellion against him. Not me. I mean, I don't care, but I do care in this situation because, and that's why I love God's relationship with Moses. And with us all, and everybody, a lot of people in the Bible. You can't mess with one of them without messing with the other. Like, I honestly feel like they had each other's back, for real. And speaking on witchcraft over somebody's life, talking and speaking witchcraft over somebody's life, another person's situation. If somebody then goes to everybody else and start talking bad about what you did, that is witchcraft. Gossip is witchcraft, and I'm going to tell you why. That's the devil's work. And a lot of people are doing it now on YouTube to where they are speaking against people. And I'll never do that now. It doesn't take away your story and what happened to you, because you were a person in it. If you were taken out of it, it wouldn't make sense, right? So you still got a story to tell. But I think saying somebody's name or church, the name of the church and stuff, that's taking it too far. And that's witchcraft. They're speaking witchcraft over somebody's life. Okay? And I don't like that. To me, it's kind of cringy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the devil's work, and I'm going to tell you why. People don't understand how gossiping is the devil's work. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord. When you're speaking against these pastors and men of God, it don't matter if they stumped you down like a dirty dog. And that might sound harsh, that might sound crazy to you. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if they stumped you down like a dirty dog, if they stole from you. It don't matter. We're supposed to give grace and give grace. God gave you grace, give grace, move on. God know what happened. You're going to get your justice, and you can still tell your story, because in everything that happens to us, we can give glory back to God. Get glory, give glory. Y'all have heard me say that before, and I'm going to continue to say it. Give glory, get glory. Hold on, I think my battery might be going dead. When you speak witchcraft over someone's life like gospel, and it has happened to us all. So tell me if I'm wrong. Watch this. When you go out in the world or make videos, and it's crazy how a lot of people that do make those videos, they end up doing what? Apologizing. Because you weren't supposed to do it in the first place. It doesn't matter what they did to you. Tell your story, and in years to come, talk about God's glory. Okay, so when you speak witchcraft over someone's life with gossip, what that does, and this has happened to me too recently, when you speak witchcraft over somebody's life, that is the devil's work, because what you're doing is painting this picture for everybody else. It don't matter if it was true. Let people experience things for themselves. The same relationship you have with somebody is not going to be the same relationship they have with somebody else. So then, while you even doing that, and you telling other people that, and other people meeting them, guess who's going to be wrong? You. They can be like, well, he had to be lying, because I ain't never experienced what he experienced, and that has happened to everybody too. I'm telling you, I'm trying to make sure I'm not showing that stuff. But then what happens is, you deter other people that don't like to have their own experience with people. You deter all of these other souls from being involved with that person, when that person could have very well healed them people. God could have used them to heal them 400 people that you spoke to and spoke witchcraft on about a certain person, and they heard it. That is the devil's work, and I want y'all to stop doing that right now. And I just made a post. Wow, oh my God, I made a post today on Facebook that I got this morning about redemption. Up here. God redeems all, not man. Not man. Now, I done had a situation like that. So, yeah, I'm telling you, I got a story for everything like Joel Osteen. I'm telling you. I'm telling you this. Like, and I'm not lying. But praise and glory to God bringing me through. Come on, phone. Okay. Ephesians 1:7-8. In him we have redemption through his blood. Already. The forgiveness of sins in accordance with the riches of God's grace that he lavished on us. He already promised that to you. So when you're speaking witchcraft on people, that's basically you, like you really beating yourself down. And this is one thing I like to say too. When you do wrong like that, and I'm not perfect, but I got this morning. Imagine, and we all have known when we done wrong. When we have done wrong or hurt somebody's feelings. So imagine you being on fire like, ain't there some superhero or something that be on fire? I don't know. But when you do wrong, or not even on fire, when you do wrong, you set fire to a place and you burnt it down. That's destruction. So just imagine how bad that looks. If you could picture in your mind how bad that looks. And most of us have done it time after time after time after time after time. Till we got our mind right, surrendered to God, and got deliverance. So just think of all the places you done burnt down. Heck, all the people you done set on fire. Think of that. Look back at that, and that's a mess you got to clean up and rebuild. So we have to stop doing that. From today, stop doing that. Let that go. Then you're going to have to apologize. And I know dang gone well, let me tell you something. If you mean anything to me and you tell me you sorry, and this is a personal situation, I'm going to tell you. Matter of fact, let me go into it now. Again, I'm not saying no names, but this is my story, and I'm going to tell it. So, certain thing happened, situation happened at church. And this is one thing too with me. I don't ask you for privacy. Let's go somewhere and talk. For me, it's for you. I guarantee it. Look at this thing. I guarantee it. Because when I talk to people, I'm not sure if I said this before. Before I even talk to you, I filter out what I'm going to say many a times through the Holy Spirit. And out loud. And I prayed about it. Right? So that I'm moving honesty and truth. Because when you move in honesty and truth, God can't do nothing but honor that. Okay? So, I asked if we could move to the side. Now, even before that, I came in and I noticed certain people wasn't speaking no more. Right? So I said, okay, that's witchcraft. I already know. Because y'all usually speak. Now people acting like they got a problem. That's witchcraft. Because if you tell anybody anything about me, that is witchcraft. It don't matter if it happened. And a lot of times people that do that, again, from what I've also learned, is because you close to exposing their demons. And it happens all the time with me. It is crazy. And I post some stuff, my story. I haven't said a lot of things about me yet. I always wonder why that happens literally like every job or everywhere I go. Because their demons are close to being exposed. And they are close to being exposed. So then what they do is spew witchcraft over you. by telling everybody, girl, don't believe her. You know she ain't no good. And then you notice people that used to speak don't speak no more. Because some witchcraft done been spoke over your name. And it's fine. Because God gonna redeem you as long as you keep walking and hold your peace. Because he'll fight for you. And I do that every time. And God always redeems me. Because like Yolanda Adams said, baby, this better not yours. So to get back to the story, again, I'm going to ask you for privacy because that's for you. Because at the end of the day, too, I don't like how people love a crowd and they act out when it's a crowd. And it's like, yo, to me, it's hilarious and it's laughable. And it's like, I can't even take you serious right now. And I know you're not going to listen to me to understand because people watching and you want to put on the show. But I said, you know what? Since you don't want to come to the side with your witness, it doesn't matter. Me and you and your witness could have went to the back. Because this is what they chose to do at the church, which I'm not against it. So I asked them my question. It wasn't able to be answered. Cool. The Holy Spirit already told me, churches don't know everything. Because I've had church hurt in the past. They just don't know everything. And that doesn't change the fact of how you were treated and what you went through. They just don't know everything. And that's fine. That's cool. So I let it go. Cool. I went to ask another gentleman if I could talk to somebody else. Cool. So he went to go get him and talk to him and ask him to come out for me or whatever. So then I thought it had been let go. So then she steps back to me, comes in front of me, and we on church grounds. So she comes and then what she said, this is witchcraft. Straight up witchcraft in the church in God's house. So then she said, and she told me what you said to her and what happened. Wow, so you trying to make me look bad in front of everybody because you couldn't answer a simple question. I take that back. It was not a simple question, which is why she couldn't answer it, and that's fine. I didn't take offense to her not being able to answer it, nothing. So then, she comes to my face and she told me what it did. And I said, okay, trying to make me look bad in front of everybody like I'm the bad guy. And the crazy thing about it is, even with this situation, when I had to approach someone, I'm going to go back a little bit, yeah, I'm sorry. When I had to approach this person, God told me, because I said, I walked away from her, I said, I know she's going to tell such and such name. Let me tell them first too. And then she started crying in front of everybody to make it seem like I had hurt her or did some damage. Witchcraft, like what, no tear in sight. So I was like, you know what? I already peeped game with her. So let me go tell them what's up. God said, don't even say nothing. And this is the thing, people, and it's crazy, ain't it crazy? Because it's like, I can't even be mad. It's like I want people to do better, but at the same time, everybody is always against me. And it's like, ain't it crazy how everybody against you, but you the one who know the truth, and the wool ain't over your eyes, and sometimes all you can do is just walk away or straight up laugh. For real. Laugh. Because at the end of the day, judgment will come. God gonna come through and do what he got to do. And I'm just thankful I ain't there. Amen. Be thankful for that. So, God told me, he said, don't even say that. So I said, okay, cool. Then I had a dream. And watch, confirmation is coming. So I had a dream that this same woman that I had to approach was talking to someone on church grounds. And that person she was talking to was another young lady from a past job of mine that was spewing witchcraft about my name, told so many lies on me, it don't even make no sense. So think about that. That dream could have been anywhere. That dream could have been, they could have been anywhere talking about me. But they were on church grounds and she was talking to a person that was telling lies on me. And she was an authority figure. y'all, I cannot make this up. God is really real in the field. He the man. You understand me? So then, this happened way before that. That's why I said we back up. So now fast forward, we back at the scene, and she had the gangster lean in church. Now she had the gangster lean, okay? And that's fine, okay? Because we don't have to what's the word I want to say? We don't have to indulge in the gangster lean, okay? So she had said, oh yeah, and she told me what you did. I mean, when I tell y'all, it had to be like 10 to 12 people around. And you really just did that? And she told me what you did. And I was like, yeah. And I said, okay, that's cool. I said, God already showed me the dream. You see that confirmation how God, he said, don't even say nothing. Oh, he said, oh Jesus, oh my God. He said, I'm going to show you something. It's fine. I'm going to confirm it. That's what he said, don't even say nothing. She confirmed my dream. I didn't even have to say the dream first. She confirmed it already. She said, and she told me what you did. And I said, God already showed me in a dream. He showed me her talking to somebody from another job that was lying on me at church. She's like, I was like, you know what? I said, here I am, somewhat possibly indulging or in putting myself with the gangster lean on church ground. And I had to wake up. I said, you know what? I said, oh, I'm not going back and forth with you about that. And then when I told her about my dream, because she already confirmed it, guess what she did? She said, oh girl, bye. In my face, like, girl, bye. Gangster lean. She said, oh girl, bye. It could have been from the devil. Now, I had to check myself there. I had to check myself, because she was still a woman of God. And at the end of the day, as much as God had my back, you dang on well know I'm going to have his. Well, y'all, if I could remember, my neck was like, no you didn't. Because like, you just disrespected my God. That is witchcraft all the way to the moon and back. So, and then, like I said, even with that in my face, like, girl, bye, like, cha. So, and I kind of, I guess I got a little boldness or a little gangster lean back. As I said, now what you not going to do is disrespect me or disrespect God. That's what you not going to do. You just call my vision from God something from the devil? Well, you just confirmed it. And it's a crazy thing about it is too, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it go. The same thing that they're trying to make me look bad for in front of everybody was something y'all already got in front of the congregation and said anyway. So you basically mad at me for confirming it to you, right? And like I said, one thing I'm not going to do is operate in witchcraft, right? Now, I told them what I told them, not to have them kick this so-called woman out. I did it so she can get deliverance, to be a better asset to God's church, his house, and God, and in her life. Like, I'm not the type of person, yeah, kick her out. She got a Jezebel spirit. Kick her out. You better kick her out. No, correct it. Things can be corrected in the house of God. Heck, the church operated in deliverance anyway, in Revelation, so that's why I did it. And that's how one can speak witchcraft over somebody. When she tried to get everybody against me in front of them. And this is why I say too, if you want to apologize to me and I just ask you if we can go over here and to have some peace, to where the devil ain't even lurking right here, and he was lurking because he showed enough, showed out. And you want to apologize to me, guess who else you going to have to apologize? You want to apologize to me, guess who else you going to have to apologize in front of? Them same 10, 12 people. Let God fight for you. Hold your peace. Let me make sure what you're coming for. Okay. I got a little bit of my mic left, but I'm going to make sure what's going on so y'all can hear me. So that's speaking witchcraft over one's life. And another one was the woman speaking witchcraft over people's life. Which I think she's Psalm 190 people. That's witchcraft. Flat out witchcraft. And I'm going to talk about this. I did pray for the young lady. Gave her grace. And I sent her a good message in her inbox. And I hope ain't nobody Psalm 190 in people. Let me make sure it's is it Psalm 190 or 90? Less than 90. Let me see. And I know times can get hard. And you went past all of that goodness. I think it's Psalm 90. Let me make sure, because it ain't got no 190. I think it's Psalm 90. So she's Psalm 109 people, right? And that was a prayer of David when he was upset. And we've all been there. But it's not okay to Psalm 109 people. And I think what people fail to do, like, it hurts. Let me back up and say, it hurts when people talk about you. It hurts when people drag your name through the mud. And it could hurt if God sent you to do something and people are so against you. It hurts. But if they're against you, they're against God. And let God handle that. I know it hurts. I've been there before. Don't Psalm 109 nobody. Don't speak witchcraft over nobody's side, because that same witchcraft gonna come back to you. And I looked through here, I said, so I guess she stopped at 109, but needed to continue to 143. And we're gonna read 143. And this is, to me, this chapter and verses spoke to me about ownership. Ownership. Okay. So we're going to read Psalm 143. It says, "Hear my prayer, O Lord. Give ear to my supplications, and thy faithfulness answer me, and in thy righteousness. And enter not into judgment with thy servant. For in thy sight shall no man living be justified. For the enemy hath persecuted my soul. He hath smitten my life down to the ground." Drug you through the mud. They did. I know. "He hath made me to dwell in darkness." Right. Now you being hateful and you're upset and you're angry. That's a spirit of anger. You're in the darkness. That's demonic. That's darkness. And people can take you there. "As those that have been long dead." Oh my God. Woo. Let me read that again. "He hath made me to dwell in darkness, as those that have been long dead." Blackout. Not thinking straight. Don't Psalm 109 about it. "Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within me. My heart within me is desolate. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all thy works. I muse on the work of thy hands. I stretch forth my hands unto thee. My soul thirsteth after thee as a thirsty land." Salah. Ooh. Ooh. Thirsty. Thirsty for light in the darkness. And God already said He gonna be that. They're thirsty to release. This is what I'm getting from it. Thirsty to release the feeling and the burden of darkness and being worried about what people are saying and how people treating you. They basically free. They want to be free of that. Hear me speedily, O Lord, my spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Deliver me, O Lord. Whew. I want to be free. From mine enemies, I flee unto thee to hide me. Ooh, and that's what we all should strive to do. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Flee unto him, because he will hide you. Teach me to do thy will. And I put this in there, to do thy will, like loving our enemies. And let me speak on that too, and put my finger right here, one thing. With loving their enemies, loving thy enemy. To me, that's important because we all are put here for a reason on this earth to help souls, save souls. So we have to give grace to people that mistreat us because they could be dealing with a demon. And pray for them so that they're delivered and so that they don't do that to nobody else. Because just as much as you want to hate them, they're set here to save somebody else too, just like you. So your best bet, if you have any ounce of you that is of God, pray for them so that they're able to come out of whatever they're in so they can save the souls that they need to save. Teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God. Thy spirit is good. Lead me into the land of uprightness. Quicken me, O Lord, for thy name's sake, for thy righteousness' sake. Bring my soul out of trouble. Woo. Like, we really don't understand how much of a stronghold or trouble we could get ourselves in when we let things and situations beat us up. Now you in more trouble than you were. That's why I said, bring me back to the days of old. And of thy mercy cut off mine enemies, and destroy all of them that afflict my soul, for I am thy servant. And this is just what I get from it. Your enemy ain't the person. Your enemy is the demon that's in a person that's making them treat you how they treated you. That's the enemy. And just stop this witchcraft. Go to God, pray, lift your hands up, and say that. Psalm 143. Say that. Go to a church that operates in deliverance and revelation so that you can be helped, so that you can get help, so that you can rid your soul of witchcraft and any demonic stronghold, so that you can be out here saving the lives and speaking into the lives that God sent for you to speak into and save. Not through your own might, but by God's might and his power. But like I say, y'all, for real, like, strengthen your mind, your body, your spirit, and your heart. You matter. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. You matter. And the sooner you know that, the better off you'll be. You matter to God, and that's all that matters. And don't let nobody else tell you different. Know that you are loved. I love you. Talk to God. He wants to hear from you. He wants to hear from you. He wants to help you. He wants to deliver you. He wants to redeem you. He can't be a redeeming God if you sit in that mess. He can't redeem you sitting in mess. As much as I love you and as much as that mess is comfortable for you, he cannot redeem you sitting in mess. And I had to learn the same thing for myself. How you want the blessing and the redemption, yet you still fool online and kissing on folk you ain't supposed to be kissing on. You still cussing and fussing at people all up in witchcraft. You have to stop. Like, 'cause I just want y'all to do better. I want you to continue to get the glory so that you can give it right back. Somebody need to hear your story and how he came and redeemed you and lifted you up. He got my back. I'ma have his, I tell you that. I'ma have his. And I love you again. Like, for real, like, this not a game out here. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I've been through a lot too, and it's hard. You know why? Because you ain't put God in it. Life is very hard. Oh, I know. Oh, it's very hard when you don't put God in it. Because once you put God in it, he gonna lighten your load. The burden is light, and that his yoke is easy. The burden will be lighter when you give it to God, but I don't want you to let go. I want you to give it to God and keep walking with him and put God in it. If you keep walking with God and you put him in it, you will continuously see how he moves supernaturally. And that be the glory you give back to him. Because people still swear up and down, God don't move like that no more. God don't do that no more. He might not do it with you, but he did it with me. Because you chose to relinquish and surrender. I hope y'all got something from this. Comment, like, subscribe. Let's talk, for real. We all need to be heard about somebody. We all need advice, and I can help you as much as I can. I'll pray for you. Again, just as a church and the people in it don't know everything, neither do I. Even if I talk to God, I'm close to God. If he talks to me, I don't know everything. And God might not always talk to me about your situation. Sometimes that does happen. But that doesn't mean that he has left you. It might just mean that they fighting a little bit more up there. Hold on. But they say, wait on God. Hold on. Because he ain't through with you yet. You still here. He woke you up this morning. He sustained you. You still here. And that's all that matters.